You just said something I want to touch on because so often we don't realize the power of that positive reinforcement coming from our parents.
For sure.
You was like, yo, my stepdad used to tell me, I can make it. Like I'm this good.
Like he would bring out the camera, they would record us, you know what I'm saying? Like we would perform, come in the living room, hold the remotes. But they knew, they were like, Quan got it. Like I had rhythm, like I thought I was performing for real. You know what I'm saying? And coming up, my favorite movie, watching the Jackson 5, that movie, The Temptations, like them were my favorite movies, so I always felt like 5 Heartbeats. Yeah, like, I love them movies, like, you know what I'm saying? I love baseball, I love the Sandlots and the, you know what I'm saying, Field of Dreams, but it was something about them Temptation movies and them 5 Heartbeat movies that touched me a little different.
Okay, I gave you probably one of the best compliments I could give you is speaking of how highly intelligent I feel that you are and the way you represent yourself and speak. But in '09, you got caught up in a crime, breaking and entering, burglary, and I'm trying to I'm putting together the man I'm speaking to versus somebody who would burglarize. Like, where did that come from?
Oh man, so the burglaries came in after high school, after like I say, college. After college, we're going back to Fort Valley. I leave school. I go down there for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I'm ready to go. I don't got no money, and this ain't gonna work. 2 weeks, I left school in 2 weeks for the baseball scholarship. So I come home. My mom on Section 8. You know what I'm saying? At this point, like I'm still sharing room with my brother. Like I was sharing room with my brother. I've been sharing room with my brother since I was 22 years old. Well, I shared room with my brother till I was 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I come back home, I'm like, I know I'm older. My mama keep telling me, Quan, get this studio shit out of my house. It ain't paying no bill. So shit, one of my other little buddies showed me a trick. I took that little trick and made it my trick. And that trick was burglary.
So actually going in people's cribs.
Going, kicking in door. But not no home invasion. We wasn't going in there when nobody was there. I wasn't going to nobody's house when nobody was there. It was only like, you know what I'm saying, like during the day. I wouldn't even do no cat time burglary at night because you get more time for that. So we'll do daytime burglary. Because cat time burglary, you getting way more time for that. So wait till you go to work in the morning, or kick your shit in. We don't want
even at that young age, you was aware of the law. Like, yo, if I do this at night, I'm getting more time.
I'm smart as hell. You gotta think. So I know that. Like, yeah, so like, if I'm gonna get some money, then I had never been to jail. So you gotta think, like, my first time doing it, I got locked up. My first time doing it, my first burglary, I get locked up. But it wasn't my fault because this would really put me on burglary. I got a buddy, he was my best friend in high school, one of my best friends, DeAndre. Shout out my boy DeAndre. He come over to my house. He was like, yeah, bro, we finna go cut some grass. I'm thinking, like I said, I ain't got no money. Let's go cut some grass. We gonna cut a couple of yards, cut some grass, make some money. They already got burglary on their mind. All I know is we finna go cut some grass. So we get over there. When I get in the car, I notice ain't no lawnmower. I'm thinking, what kind of grass we finna cut? Yeah, we finna try to do some hedging. Man, I get over there, they kicking door. I'm like, bro, what we doing? So, the first time, I didn't even break in the house. But we got caught. Make a long story short, we got caught. I go to jail, first offender, I get out the next day. But from that experience, I learned, like, damn, I could do this shit. These niggas just dumb. They did it wrong. You know what I'm saying? So listen, 2 months after that, I get locked up. And that's when I go to jail for the 15 months. You know what I'm saying? That's when I go to jail for the 15 months. So I had me a little 2-month run doing it my way. And my way, I still got locked up. You know what I'm saying? But I was smart, though. I was getting money, though. I was getting money.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, man, God work in mysterious ways. One of the best things that could have ever happened to you, I know you didn't see it at the time, but only having a 2-month run, getting locked up, being taken out that life.
Listen what I'm going to tell you. I look at it like I told you, jail for me was my college years. You see what I'm saying? Jail for me, that was my college. I had just dropped out. And without me going to jail, I would not be who I am today, man. I learned so much because of that. Before jail, I was so dependent on my parents. You know what I'm saying? Jail, like, made me have to fend for myself. Like, my dad, my best friend, I didn't call my dad not one time because I know he was so disappointed in me. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't call my dad not one time. I talked to my mama every day. She put money on my book every week. I could have called my dad. I know he was disappointed in me, you know what I'm saying? And that's just being real. So jail was my college years, you know what I'm saying? I learned what I had to learn in there. And you know what I mean? I brought that shit to the street.
How long was you locked up?
15 months.
So you did 15 straight.
15 months. But the whole time, I was never sentenced to 15 months. I fought the case for 15 months. So I said I never know, because take it back. Remember I had just got the first offender 2 months prior. So I signed the first offender. So I get locked up again. Now I don't get my bond revoked because I'm already out on bond, basically from the first offender. So I don't get no bond. I sat in jail for 15 months for fighting the case. I never was sentenced. You see what I'm saying? But I ended up beating the case because they dropped it down to criminal trespassing. So I don't have burglary on my record anymore.